Hey, my name is George Benson, and you're watching the Coachella Valley Music Show.
This is Jefferson Starship.
And you're watching Coachella Valley Music Show.
Hello and welcome to the Coachella Valley Music Show. I have a very talented musician with me today who's also very good friend of mine, and his name is Buddy Greco. Hey, Buddy.
Hello, Dave. It's so nice to see you today.
Good to have you on.
Thanks for
We've been
inviting
talking about
me.
it for a while.
A long time, but you're a busy guy.
Yeah.
And there's so many talented people in this valley, so I'm blessed to be on the show today. Thank you very much.
Okay, so people are going to want to know about this, so let's do this. Your dad is the famous Buddy Greco.
Dad.
And on the Tonight Shows and the Sinatras and
Mike Douglas and Merv Griffin.
I remember him when I was a child. I watched him on the TV and even in black and white.
Thank you very much. That's why the lady. That's why the lady. That's why the lady is a tramp. Oh, tramp.
Hi there.
I think you just broke the mood of the show. I was just starting.
Never mind the mood of the show. I think I broke the drum here. You want to look at this? A nice little tissue paper job?
I know this song.
You're on.
She gets too hungry. Dinner at 8. I'm not gonna. Hates the theater, but never comes late. She never bothers with the people she hates. That's why the lady is a tramp.
Nice games. With Barry.
I hate it when he's having fun.
Won't go to Harlem dressed up in a lot of pearls. Won't dish the dirt.
All right.
With the rest of those girls. That's why the lady, she's a tramp.
She likes that cool, free, fresh wind in her hair. She ain't got a care if she's flat, and that's that.
Hates California. 'Cause
It's cold and it's damp. That's why the lady is a tramp.
I remember seeing him in black and white.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell me, what was it like growing up as a child with Buddy Greco?
Well, the only glitch in that question is my parents divorced when I was very small. So Dad wasn't really in the house when I was growing up. He was in my head, but he wasn't really in the house. I grew up with my mom and a stepdad and my sisters. And I would only see Dad when he would come through New York on tour. So that was maybe once or twice a year, but it was an honor and a privilege at that time to know who he was because he was this larger than life.
Well, you got to watch him on TV, right?
And got to watch him on TV and got to hear the records. And I started playing drums when I was 3. Don't ask me why, but I just started hitting things.
But it had nothing to do with him.
Had nothing to do with him. I just started playing. And then they bought me a drum kit when I was 5. And
You are an amazing drummer. There's no doubt about that. You can play anything.
That's very nice of you to say so.
Well, you played for your dad.
I played for Dad for 5 years.
Tell us about that. Tell us what you did.
I played drums for my dad around the world for 5 years. Dad was not a rock and roller, though he wanted to be. So it was a challenge for me coming from rock and roll to play his music, that genre of jazz. And I wanted to do that about 25 years ago when I was younger. And he said, Buddy, you're a rock musician. You can't play my stuff. I said, Dad, I have a good ear. Trust me. And my sisters believe me. But it took a long time. And in the mid-'90s, he came through New York. He was playing Tavern on the Green, I believe. And he invited me up to play a couple of tunes with him. And his jaw dropped. And he goes, where'd you learn to play like that? I just kind of said, Dad, I've been playing like this my whole life. So he goes, you're with me now. So I went, okay. And it was that kind of simple. But I'd learned 70 of his arrangements, and I don't read music.
Right.
And Dad did not like that.
Right.
Because every musician who's ever played with him
Well, he's a perfectionist, right?
I did not escape his wrath, David. Let me tell you, there once or twice, I can't use the words, but
Right.
But I delivered the goods. The second take, he'd go, why didn't you do that the first time? Oh, I just...
But that's normal camaraderie between a son and a father.
Yeah.
You know, we can never please our dads completely.
And he was the
And
biggest...
we will spend our lives with the challenge.
Exactly.
I mean, my father in the last few years, you know, he over and over, he's even done it on Facebook. I'm proud of you, Dad. And to me, that's like, because he never did, right? And for some reason, it means the world to a kid, you know? We always trying to please our dad, so and they're never easy.
Plus, he was the musician.
He was not easy with you, was he?
He was the musician's musician. Again, I can't use the language that he used a couple of times.
At you, too,
At
right?
me.
That's right.
But I gave him what he wanted. And he didn't throw out compliments a lot, Dad. But when he would...
Exactly.
Hey, you played real good tonight, bud.
There it is. See, that's what I'm saying.
So that was good.
It means so much when they do that because, you know, that's for some reason it's just a genetic thing. I guess I don't know what it is, but it's just dads are important to daughters too. I mean, it's
And he was a legend. I mean, I had to live up to tremendous expectations. I mean, I didn't get that gig just because I was his son.
Right.
I had to deliver the goods.
Right. You had to deliver absolutely because he's who he is.
So that was fun.
So but he introduced you at the shows, right?
He would
on the
introduce me
drums,
at the shows.
My son.
and I would have to do a drum solo and imitate Gene Krupa and Buddy Rich. Talk about pressure.
Okay, now I'm going to interrupt you on that because I happen to know something about your drums, a piece of your drums at least, and Buddy Rich. What's the deal there?
The hi-hat cymbals that I've been using since I was 14, Mr. Rich let me play his drum kit when I was 14. And I just played for him 10 minutes, and he goes, kid, because you keep playing like that, you're going to be okay. And he took off his hi-hat cymbals, and he goes, here, these are yours.
One of the most incredible drummers who ever lived.
I think he's
handed
the greatest.
you his cymbals.
And every gig, every jam, every demo since 19 blah, blah, I've been using those hi-hat cymbals just to have them with me.
Oh, sure.
And it's an inspiration to me.
Absolutely. I mean, I've watched him many times in my life, and it's just, he's mesmerizing. You just wonder how on the earth he could do what he did.
He was crazy.
And you do some of his style on some of your things that you do, and I've brought it up to you. you don't really like to do drum solos.
No, I don't.
I've had you in my shows and concerts, and I have made you do
made
them.
me do a couple of drum solos, which came out, I guess, okay,
They
because
came
you
out
liked
great.
it.
Yes, they did. Of course they did. You know, that's where your humility comes in. You know, I've always liked that about you, is your humility about your art, because you're extremely talented, but you're the first one that will say, no, I'm not.
Your check's in the mail.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Thank you, David.
But you are a very humble human being, and that's one thing that's why you're my friend, you know. Because I like people who have a little humility, you know. It's not all about ego, you know, and they're usually the ones that are very talented.
Well, I can't say that, but when people come up to like one of the shows, because I'm in a rock band called Hotwire.
Right.
And we play everywhere. People come up to me and they'll say something stupid like, hey man, you're a really good drummer, but I'll say, great, but how did the band sound?
Right. See, there you go. That's
you know,
what I'm
I want
saying.
to know how the band sounds. You
That's
know,
right.
That's my ulterior.
So tell me, okay, that was my next question is, what's up with you today? What's going on in your music career today?
Well, I'm from New York, but I came out here in '08 to play with Dad. But while I was touring with Dad, I met some really good musicians here, some rock musicians that are named Jerry Steelfox and Tim High. We formed this band called Hotwire. We've been playing all over the valley for the last 2.5 years. We're making some noise.
You mean Tim High, right?
Tim High. What did I say, Tom?
You said Jim.
Jim, I'm sorry.
Sorry,
Tim
I
High.
know both these musicians so well. I worked with Tim, with Brad Mercer Band, and I know all of them that you play with.
And
I mean, I've had Jerry in my shows. He did my Coachella Valley anniversary show.
That's right.
The first one.
That's right.
He was part of the All-Star Band. So, yeah, I've known these guys your guys are good.
I'm blessed to play with these guys.
That's right.
You know?
I mean, it's amazing the way you get as much sound as you do when Hotwire plays, because there's only 3 of you. And it's really great. I mean, it's full. It's a full sound.
It's weird, and all 3 of us sing, and very
Yep.
few bands in this valley have 3 lead singers.
That's
so
true.
we pride ourselves on that.
That's good.
You know,
That's right.
and I'm also in an acoustic duo with my manager Angel, and we're calling it right now A and B for Angel and Buddy. Creative.
That's good.
But we're
That's a
going to
good
change
name.
it to Nova, and we've got about 12 originals, and we're going in the studio in January.
Right on.
We're going to record all 10 songs. I'm playing all the instruments except for lead guitar. So I was talking to Tyler off camera because I'm going to
He's
lay
talking about Tyler Nelson, another guest on the show.
tremendous lead guitar player. So I can
Right.
do everything except play lead guitar. So I'm going to lay the drums down, the bass, the keys, a little bit of everything else, and then have a great guitarist come in.
He is great too.
I've heard a
Tyler is a phenomenal guitar
He'll
player.
do what I certainly cannot do.
Yes, he will. Yes, he will.
And Angel's got an amazing voice, and I love to sing harmony, as you know.
Right. Oh, yeah, I know you prefer it, and you do it so well. You've backed my artists in the past. You suddenly just come out in the background from the drum set with the mic, and you just fill in these beautiful little fills vocally behind the artist that really enhances what they're doing. So I mean, it's really good what you do.
Thank you, David.
All right. So what we're going to do then is we're going to bring Angel up, right?
Okay, that sounds great.
And you're going to do an original.
An original song.
Oh, good.
It's called Midnight.
Very good.
I will let her explain the lyrics if you wanted to, because she wrote them and I wrote
Sure.
the music to it.
Sure.
And
Okay, so let's do that.
Hey, this is Jerry Jamont. Welcome to the Coachella Valley Music Show, and you'll be seeing me there soon.
we're going to do an original song called Midnight. I did the music for it. Angel wrote these incredible words, and she can tell you what the song's really about more than I can.
I honestly do feel that this song is everybody's feeling at midnight on a Monday.
2, 3, 4.
How many times do we watch the clock on the wall? How many times do we scrape our knees when we fall? Tell me, how can the raindrops fall on a Sunday morning? Tell me how to smile in my senses.
David. Thank you very much.